Hello, in this video I will present my developer swap environment home project, and the content will be as shown on the slide. I will do an introduction of this video, and I will describe the aims and the purpose of what I have done. And finally, I will go through an overview and some demonstration of the hardware and software that I have set it up in my lab. So, as an introduction, my video is a type of video that I want to show. I want to record what I have done for a period of time and what are the reasons, what thoughts I got. It's addressed to anybody who may be concerned with this. It's a type of video which is look what I have done. It is not a tutorial or any formal presentation of a product or a specific solution. I don't pretend that this is the best solution for something. It is just showing what I was thinking, how I have achieved something that I think is good to do at this point in time. If you are interested to watch to the end, and if you see something, please let me know with your comments. If you have any questions or if you find something valuable, I will appreciate your feedback. Or if you have any questions, or even if you want to say that if you find something that I have done right, please let me know as well. If you can give me a bit of advice how I can do the things better. But yeah, don't within this video, just please take my apologies if I'm not presenting it, if it's not prepared as a professional presentation that usually are published on YouTube. It is sharing my solution that I have done, and it is also recording for myself what I have completed, and I'm planning to do these video records further down, even for my own purpose to keep them as a record. So, without any more words about the introduction, I will go to the aims of what I want to present today. So, my use case is that I have been learning a lot of computer systems, including hardware, software within the years. Probably when I started, it was back in 90s, which I suppose that a lot of people at my age have tried different computer system programming languages. Everything has been evolving, and usually having one computer. These days, I got one laptop, I got one workstation, and I got my old workstation that I have decided to actually utilize it as a lab server. And I will explain this in a bit. But this is a situation where I'm coming in where I got a lot of things, a lot of programs that I have been installing. So having just one piece of metal that holds everything, and it is my own piece of metal that is all the time with me doesn't work really. I need to have um, I need to plan, okay, what I'm going to do with the equipment that I got and how want to achieve some goals to set up my lab environment, developers lab environment. And just to make it uh, clear, or just to explain this, that I'm not looking to develop a specific type of application. I'm learning. If something catches my eye, I do some crash courses, boot camps, anything that r- will help me to get to understand it. And this is my interest. So if somebody wants, can take it as a hobby or something that is an interest of um, just yeah to keep me on the top of those technologies or understanding, get some better understanding that just as a end user. Okay, so uh, let me start from where I was and why I wanted to set up this. Uh, as I explained, I used to develop things, then they got lost, then either I put them, some things I put on GitHub, some puts are on an old hard drives, they're literally all over the place. And what I have decided is that I got one old workstation and I got a new workstation. And I decided, okay, I want to split the desktop applications to be on my main workstation, which is where I am at the moment, where I'm recording this video, where I got all the desktop software. I just listed some of them, which is relevant, but really I got their video editing software, anything that you can. It's a high, it is designed to be a very high performance for desktop applications. This is how I have uh, selected the components and built this main workstation. And when I came to the to my old workstation, actually, I got a number of hard drives that I have been were staying with me because every time when I want to migrate to something new, I would rather buy a new hard disk and start a fresh installations of an operating system. Like for example, I still got my Windows 8 installation from some years ago. Then I have a Windows 10 installation and I got the Mint Linux. So on my um, main workstation, if you can imagine, I got 4 hard disks and all of them they are full at the moment. So that's why I needed to have some place where I can put my data, but also I wanted to set it up as a hub for when I'm doing some projects. So I don't want to have them all over the place and especially have them on one laptop, which I'm carrying out all the time. So I got one laptop with all the desktop applications plus all server applications plus data. It is just not possible for me to carry everything in one laptop. So that's why, and yeah, also the my main workstation has got a big monitors, etc. So everything needed to have a good desktop um, working environment. And my laptop I'm using when I want to sit on the sofa and have just to do some little things. But again, yeah, I want to have one single place where I got everything available rather than getting getting everything in one on one piece of metal. So uh, I have described in a previous video my networking setup. The next thing that I have done, I have sorted out, put some software there, but also the major bit that I have done was creating this public cloud secure access, and I will explain this in a minute. So specifically, this one is an AWS cloud solution. I will go through this, which has got these components, API gateway, Cognito, and Lambda. I will explain why I do this, how I done it, etc. Not in a great detail, but you can see the end result. But I just want to cover also some more content on some of the reasons to do it that way. So because my lifestyle, the way I'm working, I'm not always at home, so I can't always sit behind my main workstation. Sometimes I want to have access from outside world, and there are a number of options. I have been using an SSH access. However, I don't want to use it for any development like opening and forwarding ports through my routers, etc. I just wanted to have a solution where the security is, I got uh, as little as possible open ports on my routers, and they are only for admin purposes. So anything related to developing application, testing, looking, demonstrating applications, I don't want to use the SSH port mapping for an obvious reason. It's difficult to manage it. It's difficult to uh, keep them everything neat and tidy. And I think that this is the key word. I want to put my messy set of software, hardware neat and tidy. So that's why I spent some time to put my server. Um, these are pieces of software listed here. Just some examples. I have been studying them. I have been testing some snapshots, some pieces of code just to see how they work. And I want to keep them because I do something, and after a few months, I need it. At the time that I'm learning it, I don't know where exactly I will need it. But down the line, I find out that, okay, I need to, for example, I like MongoDB to be a database for that specific solution. So I want to go back. So I don't want to delete anything. I just need plenty of space where I can dump everything, do whatever I'm doing, and carry on learning, testing, trying, experimenting. So this is the purpose of my lab server to to give me a separate, to segregate the server environments, server components from the main from my desktop applications. Also, the other thing was I wanted to start using this containerization approach of developing applications. So I have set it up a multipass virtual machine on this server, and it has got a little test stack, which I will show in a minute how it works. But again, for me, that was a bit of an issue. Okay, if I want to look it from the wild, if I got just a browser, how I can get safely access to this. And one option is apparently an SSH tunnel with some mapping, but as I said, it's a bit difficult to maintain on multiple projects, multiple solutions that I'm doing in different times. So what I decided is that I will get on a public cloud and we'll just create a little proxy infrastructure to give me an access, a secure access to my environment. Right. I have covered here what is the software that I got, and it is unlimited really, because if there is something that catches my eye and I want to learn more, I want to be quickly get an installation, try and do some basic hello world code, etc. And what I would explain is this is a very messy area in terms of having everything in it. So that's why I have put there plenty of resources just to be able um, to be free to do things there without making a lot of cost. So as I said, this is an old server that I will I will not do a detailed cost analysis of the whole solution, but this old server is probably can be bought from similar configuration can be found as a second hand um, for about £100. So this is the cost that it it is for me at the moment for a long term, whatever, whenever I will need something more to extend it. But I believe that for at least the end of the year, it will have sufficient resources and I will not need to upgrade this one, the lab server. My main workstation, yeah, I always want to be more. I want to put more memory, etc. But it's it is yeah, not the top of the most expensive computer, but it is fit for its purpose. So it got everything needed to run good video applications, monitors, some gaming, so probably Unity is one of the things that needs some resources to be used. And as I said, I got a simple laptop which I just need to go and open and see files, open um, Visual Code Studio to do some editing, try some things online just to have a browser. So the laptop is really very low configuration compared to the workstation. So this is how it looks like in terms of software, hardware solution. What I want to cover now is a few words about this element here, the public cloud. So my approach was that I created a VPN and I put a cloud virtual machine in a, speaking on AWS terminology, in a VPC. So, and my objective was, okay, I can do this VPC to map some ports from my stack, from my uh, Docker Swarm stack, and I wanted to get a secure access to outside world. And there are, again, a number of options there. The most obvious was to use API gateway and a load balancer and this type of a structure, but I found it a bit expensive for me as a home project, as a home learner and experimenter. I think that yeah, I want to minimize the costs as well on this end. So I decided yeah to go for a Lambda function. So it took me some time to do a simple Lambda function to do a proxy, and it is actually mapping the API gateway routes to the different ports. So as you can see here in the application stack, I got different servers running on the backend in a Docker Swarm stack, and I have allocated 100 ports to them. So we got plenty of ports already to fill in, but probably will not fill in with one application. So, and apparently when I'm going through the API gateway, I need somebody to translate my API routes to different ports. So this is why I went to Lambda function um, instead of doing only solely on the um, load balancer. So still think in any case I need the Lambda to do this mapping. So I tried the load balancer, but I found it very expensive very costly solution. And this is what it is. I'm pretty much sure that everything this can be done in any public cloud, not just AWS. So it's really not important. It's a quite a small solution for a cloud environment. The other thing that I also have done it, and we'll do a little presentation, is I have connected through the VPN Android just for the sake of getting access from another device. So set it up the VPN on other devices. Uh, and it is probably for like a little administration work. For me, it was just a curiosity how it will work. And in future, I'm looking forward to put a Raspberry Pi as well and do some work with using basically an IoT projects that I can develop in my web server, but I will need to use also to get some mechanism that my applications can work with a Raspberry Pi. So in a in a short summary, The applications that I needed to do was the proxy that I have covered. The Node-RED flows here, I got a Node-RED container, so I will show a simple application, Hello World application made on Node-RED. So the reason to put it, I just wanted to um, test my proxy server that it can do all types of requests, post, put requests, etc. I have put as if my first and easy test is the Nginx container, which is just to get when I was developing all my network, my test was just to get access to an Nginx server. But then I started to put more services here, and the last one that I have done was this Hello APS, which is Autodesk platform for developers project, and I have following the instructions for their tutorials for Hello World or very basic um, model viewer. I will show this how it works, but this is probably one of the area where I am thinking to develop in future some application based on the Autodesk system whenever I need to use other resources. I will my approach will be to create another Docker Swarm stack of anything that I want to develop as a separate, more serious project. Because at the moment this is just hello world environment. It's not a I haven't created as yet anything specific that I want to get inside this environment. So this is where I'm at the moment, pretty much ready with my environment, ready to start some programming, to develop some projects. I'm happy the way it works. I'm happy the way it is set it up. There are some tweaks to be done to improve it, but overall, I am glad what I have achieved. And without more words on this, I want to do a quick demonstration so you have the touch and feel of what I have done. And when I say touch, actually, it's this is it is secure, it is open, it needs registration. So please feel free. The only thing I need is a valid email to get access. I will show you this in a minute, but what you will see, you can see this application stack of some Hello World applications at the moment, but in the future I want to use it when I develop something more valuable, more interesting, to use the same approach. Okay, so starting with this, the first thing first is I will go through this address, so just to demonstrate you that I have got some services up and running. I shut most of them that I don't need at the moment, but they are ready, so they're there. If I want to run some of them, I can start them. So if I go to my home server address, and if I go to the Node-RED port, it has got some um, it has actually I have set it up not to go to the admin page, not to but with the HTML page. But if I go to the admin, just want quickly to show you. So this is on my main server. Actually, I haven't got anything running there at the moment, but the server itself is running, and what is got is it has got only this home page. From here, yeah, it is the Node-RED and Jupyter is running, but I used to have some other things. So this is, if I go back to this page, this is this lab server. So I'm accessing on the lab server, and I was accessing now the Jupyter. So this is how it looks like. But if I want to go to the Swarm packages, I need to go to this address of the main manager. So I will take this address, and if I go to it, and as I said, I have designated 100 ports for each container. So this is my Nginx Docker container just responded, there I am. So when I was testing, this was my page that I wanted to see from when I was setting up my network. So I got it from my workstation, and as I explained as I presented this, sorry, not this, this one. I, I will show you in a minute how I can access securely from outside world, but at the moment I'm inside my network, so I'm showing you how I can, how it looks like the access from my home network. And going to the next container on port 30,001. This time this is my node. It hasn't got a landing home page, so it got straight to admin page. So it got some flows there which are running. But what I wanted to show you, actually, this flow here is a Hello World web app in Node-RED. So this is the backend. It has got a simple page. I will show you in a minute. It just serves this route hello route. It has got the get method showing some page, and it has got put post. I have tried with all the other methods just to manage this, and it works well. So I left only this for a simple demonstration. But if I put, for example, tests or upload, and it is getting this new name back to the server, and it stores it locally. So if somebody opens this page, they will see a new name. They can update the name. Very simple, very basic a hello application. But the main thing is that it works in the environment that I have set it up. And the last most interesting thing for me was setting up this, as I said, Autodesk Platform Services tutorials that I have followed, and I have created a solution so it works. I'm really, yeah, very glad that I have set it up. I'm impressed how easy it was, how simple it is. The instructions were very, very good. So I'm looking forward to start doing something actually using the APS at the moment and see whether I can develop some solution that has got a external data storage like a database. I'm looking at the moment to um, use Neo4j as a data source and combine it with some model data to uh, to do something. At the moment, I don't know what exactly I will decide to do, but I can see the technology elements there, and I can see how I can use them. So this is the third application, and as I said, this is working from my home system. Then the next piece of demonstration is when looking the same thing, but from the outside work. So as I said, so this is the Lambda function. It says, hello, this is a secure private site. And it is a very simple, this HTML code is not even even a proper page. It is just inside the Lambda function. But I want to show you something. What was the idea? What was the concept? So I have developed a secure layer or secure route, and within the secure route, I want to have the Nginx, which is my first Docker container there. So, and if I try to access it, it will say, sorry, you need to log in. So I'm using Cognito, as I mentioned. So it has got already my credentials, but it has got a Cognito sign up. So again, please feel free for testing, for demonstration. I don't mind if people come and see this. Apparently, I will mind if people are trying uh, to do any sort of bad things to my environment. So, but that's why I have made it. At least I can get some level of security and level of assurance. At least it needs a valid email and confirmation through Cognito. And I think that this is proportionate for what I'm doing at the moment. So I will do the sign in. And this is when, after the sign in, we'll get the same applications as when accessing from inside. But if you notice, um, yeah, this is my route, my route. So if I go to Nginx, and this time it says secure Nginx, tada, here is my Nginx container from the environment. I'll show it back. So this is this container going all the way through AWS, mapping through the port mapping and going to this Docker container. And for the for the rest of the demonstration, I will go straight to the um, Autodesk. So it was Autodesk APS demonstration. So it's supposed to load the same demonstration. So that is a simple drawing, but actually there are some Revit models that, okay, this one has failed to load. I need to look why it didn't load. These are all open source demonstration drawings, so some of them didn't load, but I think that it might be a problem with the models rather than with the software. I'm not very much worried about this at the moment because yeah, I'm just taking them from the wild and I don't really know what is the problem. It might be some little thing. So this is my solution. This is where I am at the moment with this development. And this is the end of my video, um, which I wanted to record. Again, if you are interested, if you want to send me some comments or some questions, or if you want to recommend me, I will appreciate this. I will reply. Please drop me a message um, in the comments part on YouTube. Uh, Also, I forgot, I also wanted to show a demonstration on this VPN client, the Android client. So here is so I just want to go to my phone and I need probably a new tab. And it will have the same thing if I go, for example, but this time I will need to go to the VPN uh, address, which will be 10, 10, 10, blah, blah, blah. So this is the address which sits here at this box. So this is the address which sits here, which is okay, I want to bring back this, and it should show this web page, which is the lab server environment. But I should be able also to go to the Docker containers. So it will be 07, and I want to go on 30,000 2000, which is the Nginx. So this is the Nginx, but this time I'm looking. So there is no password because I'm inside the VPN. And using this environment is probably the way I can say it is probably just as a administration. I can check things quickly. So this is a simple console on Android, so I can do a curl here on the same page. So I can do curl on number 1040, 199, 107. If I go again, yeah, to the Nginx, it should reply. So this is, yeah, just to demonstrate another way to access the same environment, but with a VPN client. At the moment, I'm not using really any device to write code smaller than a laptop. I think it's too small to look on a on a note on a pad or on a mobile phone. So this is for me, it is just as an experiment, just to yeah, get some touch and feel of how the VPN works. So this is really the end of my presentation. For whoever has watched it, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.